Good morning. This time yesterday, I was getting my ass beat on that ruck trail, or the grow ruck. Um, that was brutal. It was insanely brutal. I loved it. So hard. I'm in so much pain today, and it's nuts. This is common for me. I do this to myself quite regularly, so this is not new. However, that type of event was new. There was a lot that I learned off the beginning that I didn't realize. I go into these things blind. I don't like to, well, I say I don't like, but my actions show that I don't like to research things before I jump into them. I just jump into them and figure it out as we go. And this was no different. Some things that could have been done better on my part are I could have recognized what was going on earlier, asked more questions about people who've been there, or asked more questions of people who've been there before to kind of figure out what we were doing. I didn't know what a platoon was. I didn't know what a squad was. I didn't know what a platoon leader was. I didn't know what a squad leader was. So my part, it was that I struggled with was understanding, A, what are we doing? Because that information was not given to me, right? And B, like what are we trying to achieve here, and how are we trying to do this? It seemed very chaotic and disorganized at first, and I wonder how much of that was on me because I just didn't know. They were like getting rows, and file up. It's like I don't know. It's just a lot. Kind of they throw it at you really fast. Things I did not do well. I feel like I didn't lead well. They put me in a leadership role. They made me a squad leader. I don't know what the fuck a squad leader was. What's a squad leader? I don't understand. And then probably about a third of the way through, I started to realize what my role was. I have people I'm supposed to be responsible for. That makes sense. Okay, I'm a squad leader. I'm supposed to be responsible. Then you gotta know their names. So I had to memorize everybody's names, try to figure out their names, which was hard. And I did not do a very good job. Thinking about it now, I even know that, I had 8 guys in my squad. I should have paired them up. This is your buddy. There's a hierarchy. So there was a guy that was above the platoon leader, and then the platoon leader was above the squad leaders. The squad leaders are above the squad. I get the hierarchy now, but in the moment I had no clue what was going on. And I feel like that was one of the things I struggled with, was figuring out what are we even doing here? What's the deal? What are we doing? They kept asking me, how's your squad? I was like, I don't know, my squad's all split up everywhere. I have no idea how my squad is. How am I supposed to know? And that was things I could have done better. That was on me. And then, a squad leader's not supposed to work. You're not supposed to lift up any, they call them coupons. You're not supposed to be carrying coupons. You're not supposed to be carrying the flag. You're not supposed to be doing any of this stuff. You're supposed to be checking on your squad, make sure your squad's okay. I'm a freaking workhorse. I work. That's what I do. I don't walk around and ask people how they're doing. So that's very strange. That was hard. It was hard. Hard for me to handle that part of it. Having to watch people endure pain when I'm the one. I usually do the suffering. I was mentally prepared to do the suffering, not mentally prepared to watch people do the suffering. That was hard. That was really hard. And then I would say things I did good was I worked hard. I tried to adapt. I figured out what we were doing. Once I figured out, this is what we're doing. There's this guy's going to tell this guy to do something, then this guy's going to tell me to do something, then I got to tell my squad. It's like a fucked up game of telephone. Because the guy at the top doesn't give the information to the platoon leader very good. Like the leaders are giving the one guy directions, and one guy gives the platoon leader directions, blah, blah, blah. So I have to try to decipher, because these guys aren't paying attention. They don't know what's going on either. So I got to try to halfway listen and decipher and pay attention to what we're doing so we can keep going, keep rolling. I think I did that okay. I think I kind of figured that out okay. I think that when the time came, it's time to work. I didn't quit. I didn't lay down. Beat my PT test. did it in 30 minutes. You get 32 minutes. I'm proud of that. It was hard. I'd say that at the end we were carrying the logs, and it was like everybody was going slow. They were struggling. And I know how to push myself because I go out on the trail a lot and I ruck a lot. But not like this. But I know how to push myself through hard stuff because I've been doing it for a while. So there's one point when we're going up the hill and we're falling behind. I mean, we're way behind. And I can't push these guys on my own, At least I thought. And I can't get them like through words to say, hey guys, we got to step it up because they can't. We're tired, man. We've been out there over 12 hours busting our asses carrying this freaking log, at the end of it. So I got up underneath there, but I'd been putting my back up underneath the log so I could support it. So I'm tall, and I felt like I wasn't supporting it well on my arm. It was really hard because you can't put your freaking arms in. So I was like, well, let's put my back underneath it. I can support a lot of it with my back, and then I put my hands on the people in front of me, on their ruck packs, and I just started pushing, driving, poof, 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 poof. Got a rhythm going, got a cadence going. Treated them like how I treat the trail when I'm out there by myself trying to make it up the hardest part of the trail. You get a cadence going, you get your breathing going, and then you just push. And before I knew it, we were caught up to them guys, and I was like, yeah, man, that's what's up. That was one thing that I did well, was when the shit got hard and we got behind, I was able to jump in and help get us caught up. And there was a lot of that, I think. This experience was brutal, man. It was really hard, and I'm ready for more. I'm always ready for more. So, yeah, I think overall it was an amazing experience. Top 3 hardest things I've ever done in my life. Maybe top 2, maybe the hardest. I don't know yet. I got to think about it. It's pretty hard. And I'm hurting pretty bad today. I think everybody should go through that. I think anybody who wants to test themselves should go through that. You'll find out a lot about who you are out there. There's a few people that quit. My 15-year-old son was not one of them. I think that thing will teach you who you are, where your threshold is. Or at least tell you where your threshold isn't, That's all I got on that. I don't know. I hope I did okay with giving a good summary of how I felt I did at AAR. I never even knew what that was going into this thing. So I can't wait to do the next one as soon as this pain goes away.